Being sore really sucks, and there are a lot of ways to reduce it so that we can keep on going hard in the gym or whatever you train at. The number one recovery method, hands down, is making sure you're getting enough sleep. So, guys, please put that as one of your highest priorities. If you don't like being sore, a lot of people I know like to brag about only getting 6-7 hours of sleep a night and how they're doing just fine, when really you're stubbing your own toe and slowing yourself down. So please take the steps necessary, try out a bunch of different things to help improve your quality of sleep. That'll be a video for another time, but without a doubt, that's the number one thing you can do to recover. But say you are sleeping just fine, and you want to do a little bit extra, and here are some tips that'll help you out. Myofascial release therapy. If you go to any massage therapist, they should know what myofascial release therapy is and should be able to do it on you. If you want to get a little bit fancier, finding an active release therapy specialist can help pinpoint specific problems in your movement pattern and fix whatever movement dysfunction you might have. But say you're already doing that, or it's too expensive and you just want something at home, contrast showers can be a great method of recovery. What a contrast shower is you just take your normal shower, then at the end, blast yourself with cold water for about 20 seconds, back to hot, back to cold for a couple rounds. Which I find is a great segue into the next bit of recovery, which is cold water immersion therapy. There's been a lot of recent study and papers published on cold water immersion therapy, or ice baths as they're known. There's a great article by Dr. Rhonda Patrick that was just recently published. I'll link down in the description below there. Just covering some of the basics. Greatly reduces inflammation in the joints and in the muscles, which, if we're talking recovery, inflammation really is the enemy, and we want to try and reduce that as much as we can. Huge increases in norepinephrine. Norepinephrine is kind of a funny hormone. It's both a neurotransmitter, so it helps the brain function, as well as increasing the mood, increasing your general outlook on life. Improves your quality of sleep. The more norepinephrine you have, the better or more regular your circadian rhythm will be, as well as improving immune function. So there's a ton of benefits to ice baths. You definitely want to progress with it, though. Start with just the cold water out of the faucet. Get used to that, 10-15 minutes just with the lower body. The next week, progress onto a small bag of ice. Next week, onto a large bag of ice, so on and so forth. The money zone you're really shooting for is about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That's where you're going to get most of the benefit. And for about 30 to 40 minutes submerged. Really as much area of your body as you can take. If you can just handle your legs, just do your legs. But if you want to try and do the rests, go up to about neck and also your hands, because those are the most likely places to get frostbite. But definitely look into it, start progressing in it. If you're having problems with recovery, sore muscles, the first thing I suggest is ice baths. Getting into the mental aspect of a little bit, there's a great book, which I'll also link down in the description, called The Flinch. I'll let you guys read it, but it gets into the human reaction of flinching when something scary or painful or perceived pain is about to happen. And the more things we can do to reduce that flinch response, the more control we'll have over ourselves and thus over our environment in certain situations. There's a huge crossover in everything. Boxers are a great example. They don't flinch when a punch is coming at them, and thus they have a much less likely to response to flinch in other situations. So conditioning your body to cold temperatures or cold water can be a way to reduce that flinch response without getting punched in the face, without being a boxer. Like I said, give it a read. It's really interesting. It's really short as well. I think you guys will like it. Workout this week, nothing special. Got my deadlift up to 355. Found out flies hurt. Flat dumbbell press hurts, so not going to do any of those. But I'm excited for this next week. I'm planning on hitting a new squat PR. Going to shoot for 450 which I've never done before. And I'm at a much lower body weight, so we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you guys updated, but until then, everybody stay safe.